Good night, good night. Happy Sabbath.
Hi.
You doing? Just here of course as usual with Happy. I just want to make a quick video about a point something that I've been watching this whole week is about the time before the flood of Noah. Just a quick video. Just talk about people modern day people, scientists, would say that, of course, that, they believe in evolution where mankind is getting more and more advanced. We're getting to live longer, and it's just an upscale for mankind, But in fact, if you follow the Bible, it says that in fact mankind is getting smaller and weaker, and the whole world is falling apart, and everything is coming to an end. And in fact, I do believe that because I believe that before the flood, that there was a way more advanced civilization before the flood. Just absolutely, I think that if we knew exactly what was going on before the flood, if we look at the evidence that's out there, we would see that in fact, that it was a very advanced civilization. If you follow what the Bible says about, people living to almost 1,000 years old, and the perfect environment that God made for mankind before the flood. It was designed for mankind to walk around naked and not be harmed. So, mankind was wicked before the flood. That's why God sent the flood. So, can you imagine God was not very happy with mankind living in a very pristine environment and, being able to sin so freely. God did not go for that. So, the flood destroyed everything, wrecked everything, literally destroyed the civilization, wiped away everything. We can't really fathom. We can't really. The clues are there if you really want to look at the evidences. The rock formations, the fossils, the solar system, everything. But people interpret that from the point of view of evolution. So we ignore the evidence that we see of civilization being way more advanced before the flood. And for example, I believe that the Great Pyramid was actually built before the flood. And there are lots of artifacts out there that mankind has found that they say they cannot duplicate those items today. For example, the Great Pyramid, it's understood that we cannot build a pyramid today. But yet still they say that men were cavemen in the past. So how did cavemen build a pyramid? So definitely it was built before the flood, and that's how we can't duplicate it today. So there are many things out there that is built that we don't know how it was built, and that's from before the flood. So the Bible is right in that we're getting smaller and weaker. Everything is falling apart. We're not getting more and more advanced. Even nature itself shows you that everything is getting worse. The scientists will tell you that everything's getting worse. The whole place is falling apart, but yet still they say mankind is getting more and more advanced. And no, we're not living longer. We never live as long as we did before the flood. We're living longer based, on our own little, life that we have, since the flood. We're living longer based on that from the dark ages till now. But we never be as advanced, live as long as we did, be as tall, as strong, as brilliant as we were before the flood. We live in a world that's wrecked and ruined. We live in a mess, a junkyard. That's where I like to put it. We live in a junkyard, but we look out and say we see the desert. We say it's beautiful. We see the snow. We say it's beautiful. We look at the wilderness. We say it's beautiful. Rivers. We say it's beautiful. But these things can kill us. So it's not beautiful. It's a mess. It's a wreck, and that's where we're living. And we think that it is, pristine environment. No, it's not. So everything's coming to an end, and when it does, mankind will be judged, and I pray that when that time comes that you have surrendered your life to Jesus Christ and be saved. All right, because Jesus Christ is Lord. So again, quick video. It's about the advanced civilization before the flood, before Noah's flood, and that it's really downhill from here. Don't believe the scientists. We're not advancing. Mankind is mankind, as the Bible says. Just as the days of Noah. When Christ come back, it's the same thing, because mankind is simply just, wicked. It's just that we're just doing it on a smaller scale. Okay? All right. Jesus Christ the Lord. Afi, anything you want to add? No. Let me zoom in on Afi. Afi, add something.
No.
Not going to say anything?
No.
All right, good night.